Last night you go to a party, come back with a hickey. You say mosquito do that. Conchita, that ain't no mosquito. It was something bigger, girl like smell a rat. Something just ain't right. That ain't no mosquito bite. Something just ain't right. Why you acting so uptight? Baby, I've been loving you so long, loving you so strong. Now I'm wondering if someone has been in the cookie jar, plucking on my guitar and pop the G string. Something just ain't right. It ain't right. Why you acting so uptight? Something just ain't right. That ain't no mosquito bite. That ain't no mosquito bite. She gone out to a party last night. She come back with a big kicking bite. She said mosquito do that. Frankly, my dear, it look more like a bat. A vampire bat. Something just ain't right. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito bite. That ain't no mosquito bite. Something just ain't right. No, why you acting so uptight? That ain't no mosquito bite. It ain't right. That ain't no mosquito bite. It ain't right, Lord. It ain't right. That ain't no mosquito bite. Something just ain't right. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito bite. That ain't no mosquito bite. Something just ain't right. Why you acting so uptight? That ain't no mosquito bite. Baby, just slipping and sliding, peeping and hiding. Baby, please don't clean. Baby, I'm gonna get pocket. No time for stay locked in. You know what I mean. Something just ain't right. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito bite. That ain't no mosquito bite. Something just ain't right. Oh, no, something why you acting so uptight. That ain't no mosquito bite. You gone out to a party last night. You come back with a big keeper. You say you must do that. Really, my dear, it's not like a bat. I'm on fire, bat. Something just ain't right. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito bite. That ain't no mosquito bite. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito. That ain't no mosquito bite. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito. That ain't no mosquito bite. Oh, no, something that ain't no mosquito bite.
From Carmichael Road to Shirley Street, this is Global 99.5.
KB and Sting, coming with the Bohemian team. Come on. Woo. Oh, yeah. Yes. Eyes of Bohemian, hair and on and bread. I don't want it nowhere else, even when I dead. Eyes of Bohemian, and I always late. If you want me there by 9, better tell me come 8. See, eyes of Bohemian, and I don't like say nobody gonna spend my money, then I go to my grave. Yes, eyes of Bohemian, don't wanna make no fuss, but if you we know, but outside tell you was one of us. Like Andrews grabbing though, don't act like you don't know, you know. And you know, oh, and you how Bohemian go, how they go, how they go, how they go. Oh, don't you know, and you know, yes, and you how Bohemian go, how they go, how they go, how they go. Let's go. So proud to be Bohemian. Yes, I know I can join up. How Bohemian go now? Watch this. The eyes of Bohemian, I love to compete. But when my side lose, I say they cheat. See, eyes of Bohemian, and I like the Fins. I like the Lakers too, but only when they win. Eyes of Bohemian, shopping is a thing. Go Miami for 2 days, come back talking with slang. See, eyes of a Haman, I come with a price. You say you want my vote, better treat me right. Them Papa go Conky Joe, oh how I love them so they go. Yes, how a Haman go. Oh, yeah, they know. How my people go. They know. They know cause I know that they know how my people go. Ah, yeah. Deal it. Come on. Check this. Eyes of a Haman. Love to join a suit. But if you let me get first draw, but I'm sorry for you. See, eyes of a Haman. I love to complain. When something ain't going right, the government I blame. Like dancing the heel and toe. Don't act like you don't know, you know. How a Haman go. Don't act like you don't know. How our people go. Oh, shit. Let's go. All right, listen here. Sting. They know how Bahamians go. Down the road. Let's go. Come on. Eyes of a Haman. I ain't got too much. But when it come Christmas time, I got a rush. See, eyes of a Haman. Red roll or Kelly. Could be black or white. Sting all up in your belly. Come on. That they got too much light. They do that night, you know. Yes. How my people go. Yeah, you know how a Haman go. Yeah, you know how my people go. Yeah, you know how a Haman go. You know. Yes. How the Haman's go. How they go. Yeah, you know. How the stingers go. Yes. How my people go. Yeah, you know. Deal it. I just love my Haman people. Sting all in your belly. Come on. Oh, you know how Bahamians go. How they go. Bahamian culture.
This is a serious fella, man. Don't sleep on him.
I ain't gonna sleep on them.
Seriously, don't sleep on this boy.
Yes, sir.
He ain't got no heart at all. And they say thief from thief, God smile. I believe
My mommy tell me that before.
I think he believe in that.
Brand new phone? Can't find that. Time now? I just buy that. Oh Lord, brand new television. New Jordans. Gone missing. Just wait and sell my things. Cash for gold, got all my chains. Leave your things, trying them not a loss. Real thief, the Lord off the cross. My girl can't find her rings. But don't lie, but know it's you, king. He just come out of jail last weekend. But he done been all over being. This boy done snort 3 lines. Make the punch like 15 times. No job, he rob instead. Then you got for that with the Vicky, yeah. We are talking team so tough. Then thief up all my stuff. When they catch me done for good. Hold on and think he has something in the bush.
I ain't saying the boy is thief. That's what you think. I just telling you all don't sleep. Better not. And I ain't saying the boy is fast. Let me tell you. I just telling you watch your. Ask me about the boy walking up the hill with a full tank of gas on his shoulder. And you know something wrong with that. Yeah, the boy got issues.
Yes, sir.
And he does lie. And I know he does lie. And you know what your mom say?
What she say?
A lie is a thief and a thief is a murderer.
It's real talk, Ronnie.
Amen to that, brother.
My old lady home one day, God bake you one Johnny cake. I said, mommy, let me get a little taste. She tell me go find one plate. Come back up in that empty. Just fight and thief from Freddy. He nearly took one load. But he ran down Burma Road. Just fight and thief on my hat. I my new phone and I just buy that. He thief some sauce off my line. That's my girl, oh my, not even mine. No jeans, you rockin' on the blue. Brand new belt and a brand new shoe. I'm classy, D's my go-to. Tell me, Mr. Butler, what I can do?
I ain't saying the boy is cheap. You only see what I just telling you all don't see. That's how good he is. I ain't saying the boy is fine. Let me tell you. I just telling you what you might invite him to your house, but that boy don't play. You can be sorry. Trust me, you can be sorry. You invite him to your house. You wake up the next morning, everything gone. What? Yeah. That's how much this boy is teeth. Charlie Brown is the second warning. Yeah. If you can invite him to your house, you better hire security. Hire two security, one in the front door and one.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you. Yeah, you got to do it. You better do it.
Yes, sir.
I know the boy. If you invite him to the Thanksgiving dinner, he had to eat sausage. So he gone. For who? Oh Lord, I'm crazy. Boy ain't got no shame. He'll take the X or the exile. Boy ain't got no shame. Boy, the Steve. Ronnie Butler telling you that. You touch it, it's gone.
As I was slowly passing an open zone one day, I stopped just for a moment to watch those children play. A lonely boy was standing, and when I asked him why, he turned with eyes that could not see, and he began to cry. Said, I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child, just like a flower, I'm going wild. No mommy kisses, and no daddy smile. Nobody wants me, I'm nobody's child. People come for children and take them for their own. They all seem to pass me, Lord, I'm left here on my own. I know they like to take me, but when they see I'm blind, they'll always take some other kid, and I am left behind. I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child, just like a flower, I'm going wild. No mommy kisses, and no daddy smile. Nobody wants me, I'm nobody's child.
This is 99.5 Global FM, your number one source for R&B in the Bahamas. Yeah.
Global 99.5
Today can be the turning point in your life by making a simple decision.
Fundamental questions of navigation. Where am I? Where am I going? And how do I get there from here?
I invite the leaders of our planet to ask themselves these three questions before they make any crucial decisions.
But if you don't make decisions, you're going to stay right where you are.
We are all map makers.
We are in a time of transition.
If we're going to change, we have to change the direction that we're going.
Our planet needs leaders who know where they want to go.
When we change the direction we're going, then we want to make sure we're going in the right direction.
Leaders who can see the big picture.
Because if we're not, we're going to either go backwards or we're going to stay where we are.
Recognizing the psychological and the spiritual shifts and changes that need to be made, often from the inside to the outside.
To be able to shape your future, you have to be willing and able to change your paradigm.
Complex journeys require navigation. The path to the truth is one such journey. This is your GPS. Hairstyling services provided by J.D. Edwards Salon and Spa, Palmdale Shopping Plaza, Madera Street. Accessories provided by Chevette Williamson Jewelry. Standout jewelry for standout women.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to GPS, Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm, and as always, it's a pleasure to be in your company today. Thank you so much for tuning in and making GPS a part of your afternoon routine on this TGIF open line show. Boy, what a week this has been. So, how do you get in on it? The telephone numbers to call are 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272. The WhatsApp line for messages and calls is 8010271, 8010271. We are streaming live on Facebook on the official Michelle Malcolm and Global 99 FM, 99.5 FM Facebook pages. Please like and share the show. Also coming to you on our YouTube channel. Speaking of channels, Cape Bahamas channel 974 is where you'll find us on television. And you can download the Global 99.5 FM app to your smart device. And definitely check us out there. Huge welcome to all of you who are tuned in by way of radio. It's here in New Providence, large and growing audience in Bahama, and all of you listening from throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas or outside the country. Thank you so much for tuning in and making GPS a part of your afternoon routine. So every Friday around these parts, we do what is called an open line show, where we talk about the week that was, or anything else you guys want to talk about. And you guys, as my co-host, as you should know by now, if you're a regular listener, we get to hear from you and get your thoughts on various happenings of the week. The big story this week, I hate to say it that way, is the passing of a sitting cabinet minister. Obadiah Hercules Wilton crossed over to the other side this week, much to the shock of the entire nation. No one saw this one coming. And, yeah, it was kind of rough for those of us who have known him for a very long time, and I can only imagine what his family members must be experiencing today. I don't know if I've had an opportunity to say so, because I've been asked to do several interviews with regard to, my many years of working with Obi and knowing Obi for so many years, and I just would like to extend my deepest condolences to his entire family. His brother, his sister, his children, extended family. If I have not had an opportunity to say that as yet, please, guys, have my deepest sympathy on the passing of Obi. His funeral, I believe, is set for the 13th of this month. It will be held in Grand Bahama. I've been asked by one of the local stations to to I don't know if co-host is the right word, but to be the television presenter for that service, and I've accepted the invitation to do so. And so I expect to be traveling to Grand Bahama to be a part of that broadcast of his funeral service. But yeah, Obi passed on this week, and it took a lot of people by surprise because, you know, it was so sudden. Just the night before, he had addressed members of the Progressive Liberal Party's Women's Association in Grand Bahama. And within hours after that speech, he was gone. So I've pulled a couple of clips. The first one is that last speech, an excerpt from that last speech that he made. And then I'm going to play excerpts from various news stories that have been filed from reactions from various persons and entities. So first, let's begin with Obi's last public speech.
The mother of the residents said, no, he's never even seen this one. Oh, wow. But he's living in a dream. And he has a little sister who is so much, she's younger than him, but he takes care of her. Wow. Everything is about his little sister. And this past Christmas, I took them all to Exuma for Christmas Day. Oh. We took 42 children with us. Wow. I spent the day with them in Exuma having fun on Christmas. And the amazing thing was, I said to him, where's your sister? Well, don't worry, she didn't come, but I'm taking back some things from her. Their love is so pure, so real. You might not see it in the media because I have established a policy position. What we do for the poor, that ain't nobody doing. You're not going to see me taking pictures, giving things to people. You're not going to see me doing that at all. No. I don't do it. That's my policy. Take care of people. And that's it. Lift the people exactly. I'm not going to ride on their or show some indignity in their lives. I'm not doing that. But I'm asking you to work with me. I'm asking this women's branch to take these documents. Look at what it says. UN report reveals chronic bias against women over the past decade. I want your chairman to give you these, to do copies of this and study these. I want you to study what we concluded at the 13th Commonwealth Affairs Ministers meeting just recently. I want you to educate yourself about what we found. We found ministers recognize that despite high-level political support and concerted efforts to eradicate all forms of violence against women and girls, rates of women and violence against girls remain persistently high. Levels of sexual and or physical abuse remains at about 1 in 3 women. This affects 736 million women worldwide. In just 1 year, 45,000 women and girls lost their lives at the hands of their partners and family members. I want you to read these documents. I want you to equip yourself because I want you to participate in forthcoming conventions. I want you to be able to come to events and speak to these issues. Let's take these issues and make them real. Let's take these among the people. Let's go to our various branches and the women's branch lead a convention of sorts where we can discuss these issues, where we can find ideas and answers. You have some of the learned people in this room, and let them help put together plans and ideas where we can change things and we can make a difference. Let Grand Bahama be the leaders. We've led the poor white girls now. Truth be told, if we're able to bring this information to the forefront and to the knowledge of others. Just imagine what difference.
Just imagine, Obi, as you know, was the sitting minister of social services and had just been given the additional responsibility for information and broadcasting in the country. And obviously, there's a lot of reaction to his passing, coming from any and everywhere from the prime minister to the opposition, his colleagues, his constituents. Everybody's reacting. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
God bless and good afternoon, Michelle. How you doing?
Okay, JT, how are you?
Sad, just like yourself and so many of us over that untimely, shocking, tragic, sudden loss of Minister Bushkin.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak about him in so many ways, Michelle. He's one of the few politicians that I've had the privilege over the years of getting to know. And I got to know him while he was out of politics. And let me just first say this before I forget this. There's something very unique about him that he and a few other Bahamian males I would want to acknowledge for their unique voices. Obi Bushcombe had a very unique voice. When you heard that voice, you knew for sure that was Obi Bushcombe speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Smith is another one of those persons. Your colleague from way back when, late Jeff Scavala, was one of those persons. I don't know if he's still alive, but Peter Bowleg, years ago.
Yeah, Peter's still alive.
Okay, wonderful. When he was a sports broadcaster at ZNS.
Mm-hmm.
And in the female arena, Dorothy Panza.
Mm.
And there are a few other females that I can't remember offhand who had very unique voices. And that's the point I wanted to make today. At least on this one, that Minister Whitcomb, whenever you heard him, you knew it was him. From the sound of his voice and from the things and that he would say. And Michelle, as you and others would know, I'm a person with a disability. I'm blind. And disability matters falls under the Ministry of Social Services, which of course was under Minister Whitcomb.
Right.
And I had the privilege of meeting him earlier this year in respect to a project that I'm working on, and I can now thankfully say that I do have a written document of his support in respect to something that I'm working on, something I'm going to hold dear to me, and I'm going to definitely be acting on that and taking great action on it. Do you know, Michelle, when Minister Wilson was out of politics, at one time he was a host of a talk show on More FM.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to call into that show a lot and talk with him. And it was because of the direct involvement, intervention by Minister Obi Wilscombe, then he was just Obi Wilscombe, that I was privileged to have been given the opportunity by More FM to host a talk show on that station.
Okay.
Becoming the first person with a disability in the Bahamas to do so. So, I acknowledged that to him before. I thanked him for that before, and I'm saying it now publicly. I thank him for that publicly too.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know there's so much that so many of us can say about Minister Wilson, but oh my Lord, man, Michelle, I dare say the greatest thing I can say about him, and I will end on this note. It was virtually impossible not to like Obi Wilchicum. He was such a personable, such an engaging, such an encouraging, such a supportive human being, and my God, he is going to be missed for so many reasons. Obadiah Hercules Wilcombe is going to be sorely missed, particularly because his death was so sudden and unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
God bless him. My condolences. I should say, God bless his family. My condolences to them, and may they be encouraged in this time of bereavement. Both his constituency family and his personally family, particularly his children. Thank you for the time to memorialize that dearly beloved Bahamian son of the soil, Obi Wilcombe. Thank you, Michelle.
All right, thanks for calling, JT. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll have more on the sentiments being expressed since the passing of, well, he used to hate when you call him this. You want to get him mad? Obadiah Hercules. He absolutely hated to be called that. So we knew if he was losing an argument with him, all we had to do was pull out the Obadiah Hercules. And that would end that. Boy, he used to get mad when you call him that. He much preferred to be called Obi. Obi Wilcombe. All right, let's take this quick break. On the other side, we'll continue with the tributes that have been pouring in since the passing of Obi Wilcombe. Stay with us.
Global Paradigm Shift will return after this.
Understanding your microbiome, also known as your gut ecosystem, can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Keeping your gut ecosystem healthy and balanced is essential. Ultimate Microbiome by Longevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria that can help prevent harmful bacteria from taking over your gut. Increasing your gut's population of beneficial bacteria creates a more balanced gut microbiome, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, skin health, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. Ultimate Microbiome also promotes the production of postbiotics. Postbiotics are key to help regulate your gastrointestinal health. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Plus, we've added our proprietary I-26 Hyperimmune Egg Powder to aid in the elimination of disease-causing gut bacteria and help your body balance its immune response. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
Welcome to Sunshine Auto, the hardest place on the planet for a rims, paints, and tires.
We are your auto superstore for rims, Lexani, Azaras, Trueform, Western, Lux, Fuel, Tracklight, Tough, Rough Racing, Velocity, Mud, All-Terrain, and low-profile tires, cars, homes, and commercial window tinting. At Sunshine Auto, we put God first and customer is king.
Blessed love.
To stay healthy, it's crucial to make sure you get the nutrition you need every day. But it's difficult to get all your recommended vitamins and minerals from food alone. Even in the United States, 94% of people are deficient in at least one nutrient. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Longevity is a simple, convenient, and affordable way to help your body get the essential nutrients it needs. It's an advanced plant-driven multivitamin mineral complex that contains certified organic whole foods, trace minerals, and antioxidants. BTT 2.0 supports your body's natural defense system with a proprietary blend of energy-boosting and body-loving nutrients, plus prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, and enzymes that support digestion. With an unusually high ORAC score of 8,000, you get even more antioxidants to help combat free radicals that can cause damage to your cells. But to get the most benefit and value from any multivitamin, your body must be able to break down the nutrients so you can fully absorb them. Otherwise, they'll just pass through your system without doing any good. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 was specially formulated with synergizing cofactors to ensure you get maximum nutrient absorption. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the easiest way to give your body the balance and complete daily vitamin mineral supplement it needs for optimal support of your overall health. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
This portion of GPS is brought to you by Tiki Bikini Hut at Junkanoo Beach. Great food, cool tropical drinks, and family fun in the sun.
And we are back. Welcome back to GPS, Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. Michelle Malcolm here on this TGIF open line show. The numbers to call: 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272. The WhatsApp line for messages and calls is 801-0271. That's area code 242-801-0271. We're streaming live on Facebook on the official Michelle Malcolm and Global 99.5 FM pages. Please like and share the show if you haven't already done so. Also streaming live on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe there. And you can find us on Cable Bahamas channel 974. And you can also download the Global 99.5 FM app to your smart device and check us out there. Of course, we are on radio. So thank you to all of you who are tuned in on 99.5 FM on the dial here in New Providence, and all of you who are tuned in from Grand Bahama or anywhere across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and outside the country. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I hear. How you doing?
Man, look here. My condolences to you, your colleagues, and the nation as a whole. But to you, I hear it, I feel it, I explore it. Your emotions, and all I could do is say, condolences. I understand.
Much
But
appreciated.
I know Obi from on the political level interactions, like with that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And remember with him when he came on the scene back in the day when he stepped out there, man. Mind you, not to if you just at first glance or from afar or whatever, you would think that this man thought he walked on water. He, because of the appearance, and it was just, he exuded confidence. But like you said, but when you got to know him, and as time went by, and life humbles us, and I think as we get older, we see things, we appreciate things, and to see him and to hear that last presentation he did, that's a gem, though. That speech is golden, though.
Yeah.
That is, there's so much that one has to take away from that, should take away from that, and I hope that it wasn't his speech or what he said, and the way and when you hear the accolades, I'm not just speaking about his colleagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
His political colleagues. I'm speaking about the average woman or man.
Right.
I'm speaking about his co-workers. The way he was speak about him, the experiences that you shared that we didn't know anything about behind the scenes, right? It's amazing. And what I'm saying is, it can't just go. It can't just leave with his, because the spirit's gonna live on. It can't just leave the final day with the service or whatever.
Right.
It has to be carried on. And at ZNF, I know they had plans to they did the relaunch and all of these big plans. I heard Watson was saying that he left everything, the whole plan. I hope that they follow. You understand? And I'm sure Mr. Forbes and they're gonna try and follow that or whatever, because that was a vision that he had.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he loved his people. He loved his country. He loved West End, and he loved that great place where he trained so many persons, where he managed so many persons. And you wanted to succeed on social services. That's my I don't know who's gonna be who's gonna step in there or whatever. But he, like I said, he left a roadmap. He left something. It's not that like he's gone and he'll never be forgotten.
Right.
And I just hope people do not try and diminish that legacy. And by that I say the same way he would meet with people, like a JT's experience. You understand?
Yeah.
That's something for you to emulate. That's something for you to aspire to do and to be. To take the time out to sit. I heard someone was saying yesterday they had a meeting with him and other persons, Ms. Bartlett and some other co-workers, in reference to discussing issues, different relevant issues. Some of the issues that Mr. P, is concerned about. And he gave a heartfelt his views on Mr. Benchcombe, on how he felt about certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I think that needs to be continued. You understand? It needs to be, because we too like sometimes to, when we step in a role, we want to make it. Well, that's passe. That was then.
Yeah.
This is now. So I hope and I pray that his vision carries on. And people need to be taken. Like I said, that speech, we need to pick that apart, and there's some good things that are in that is in that speech,
right.
And we really need, if we can implement or take from that and go forward, I think we'll see such a difference in this society, Michelle. But like I said, I understand, and condolences to you and the rest of your colleagues and his family and friends. Okay, but you have a safe, blessed weekend now.
You too. Thank you so much for calling. We have another call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Yes, Ms. Malcolm, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you as well.
Wonderful. Well, I really give my respect to his family. I think it was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I hear so much people say nice things about him, I believe he was a nice person to work with, and because so much people have said so much good things about him. And when I get in contact with somebody over in Grand Bahama, they say you'll be having people from Turks Island, people from the U.S., so much people have known this man. And I believe the church have to be a good sized one, because I think they're going to be overcrowded.
I'm pretty sure it will be.
And this man's shadow is still large and free on West End and Bimini. It's so large, it's still on this earth, because even in one of the daily today, so that Mr. Ingram said, tell the leader for the avenue, stand back.
You see that, eh?
Don't run this suit out. That is telling me something. Now, I believe the opposition leader have good intention, and he just is thinking now, why should I stood out on this? This could make me or break me. And here comes this man tell me, let's sit down. I believe he don't want to make that same mistake as the former prime minister when Mr. Ingram was giving him advice and he maybe didn't want to take it. I don't know. But I believe he is still thinking. And if he want to be this leader, as you say, now he got to, sometimes leaders must listen also. And sometimes leaders must make some hard, tough decisions. because they see what maybe the push on the sideline he see. But I want now. I know these two. This other reference what I'm gonna make is gonna be too different. We don't know what the case gonna come out Long Island, but whatever the case come out, win or draw, Long Island, maybe success. We don't know. But I wonder if he would sit that one out also. I know it's two different. One, the cabinet ministers is sitting one, and the next one would be just
Well,
ordinary
not only
one.
that, but that they two different constituencies. I can't see the Free National Movement sitting out of Long Island because that's a Free National Movement seat.
Well, that's what I'm
That's a
talking about
stronghold
now.
for the Free National Movement, so I can't see them sitting that out.
But that's what I'm talking about. So I wonder now. He is saying now, in himself, he gonna stand back. Now this will give the Mr. Bain and Ali McIntosh and all of those who keep on running around New Providence talking. This is to give them the chance now to throw their hat in the ring to see if the people really listening to them and stuff like that.
Let me tell you something, yeah? This is coming from somebody who lived in Bimini for years. If you ain't got your navel string plant or buried, as they say, in West End or Bimini, don't bother. Don't bother.
Bill.
Them people ain't gonna be on your run. I might as well tell you, I am a Bahamian. I moved to Bimini to work. Now, granted, the company that hired me in Bimini, the Biminites weren't too pleased with, and that's one of the reasons why I got hired, to try to start to communicate with the community so they could know what the truth was behind what was going on. Let me tell you something. Them people in Bimini make my life a living hell for the first maybe year. They called me everything but a child of God. Some of them cursed me to my face. Tell me, Carrie, you know what back to Nassau? And ice driftwood and ice, what the next thing is? It's called either driftwood or seaweed. They are extremely territorial. Worse when you're talking about who can represent them in Parliament. And don't forget now, Obi wasn't just an MP, he was a cabinet minister.
Right.
So don't pitch up talking about you going go running West End or Bimini and you ain't got no ties there. You wasted you contributing money to the treasury because you ain't gonna get your deposit back.
So should we say this one is over?
I ain't saying that. They may be able to find somebody from within the community or
Well,
somebody who has some strong ties to the community. I'm just saying, if you don't fall under that category, if you're not from the community or have strong ties to the community that the people are aware of, don't just pop out of nowhere and say, well, my great grandfather, yeah, way on your run.
Well, this Ricardo Grun is from there.
Well,
and if is what Mr. Ingram said, they have to sort this one out. If Mr. Pendad go with that means you might. That's why I say you might as well call this one over. Because who else? If the F&M supposed to be the other major opposition, you can't put them other set to run because the people even in hearing them.
All I'm saying is whoever decides to contest that seat, and I think it is kind of early to be having this conversation, seeing that OB's remains are still above ground. But whichever party decides that they're going to contest that seat, all I'm saying is they better don't go in there thinking people just can vote for them. No, you need to have somebody who is closely tied to those communities.
And my last point, I believe that it's good we hiring people in the government department and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even though I'm in a position that maybe recommend someone to get a job, but I believe the system should have been where these people who go in for government job take a test not only just go there because I send them there or whatever. Take a test because, Ms. Malcolm, some government agency, it's terrible. They don't know how to answer phone. When you go to the vendor, they still fooling with things, or they engage in a conversation. You ready to stand the vendor, and when they do finish, yes, can I help you? No, she's not in. Come on, Miss Malcolm. This cannot be. We have to. These things must tighten up. We just send people in these places, and these people don't. Some of them don't even have the knowledge of their job prescription, what they're supposed to be doing, and it dumb down some government agency. Now some of them are very nice, very very nice. You know, they will go the extra mile. But oh boy, some of them, I even been to get in the registration the other day on Shirley Street. The phone is down. Not 1 day, not 2 days. Come on, Viv. I mean, that's not supposed. I mean, sometimes these things go happen, but they're supposed to be up and running the next day. You know, so. I thank you, Ms. Malcolm.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Among those who have expressed condolences and are mourning the loss of Minister Wilshcombe are the leader of the country, Prime Minister Philip Davis, who, along with the Minister of Education, Gladys Hunter Martin, who was a long-standing friend of Obie's, traveled to Grand Bahama within hours of his passing, and this is what what the Prime Minister had to say on that occasion.
He's noted for bringing the film industry here, but unfortunately, the way politics goes, once you're out, those who come in tend to have a tendency of rolling back what you did. But we had a thriving film industry right here in Grand Bahama. The Pirates, was a movie called Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and 2, they're all made right here, all at the instance of Obie Wilshcombe. In tourism, our brand of being a tourist, sports tourism, he's the one that started, and we are still riding on that to this day. And we are hosting international world-class events as a result of his efforts. And yes, we have 8 million tourists coming in today. But again, it started with the foundation laid by him. And for that, we are always, always very grateful. And you know, one of his famous sayings, one love. One love. One love. And let us, and that's his word of view, because that one love signifies unity, signifies compassion, and a deep love for humanity, which he had.
This Prime Minister Philip Davis speaking of the late Obie Wilshcombe, who was, at the time of his death, serving as a minister in his cabinet with responsibility for social services, information, and broadcasting. Condolences also coming in from the leader of the opposition, Mr. Michael Pintard, who spoke very, very highly of Obie as he gave his condolences. And here now is more on that.
Members of the opposition offering their condolences today to Minister Wilshcombe's immediate and extended family, members of the Progressive Liberal Party, and members of the press. Opposition leader Michael Pintard, at a press conference held at his office this afternoon, reflects on Wilshcombe's days as a young journalist. He says he was articulate, well-researched, and had a penchant for quoting history.
He parlayed the considerable support he had garnered as a journalist into a strong base that later supported him when he decided to enter frontline politics. Those of us who operated opposite O.B. Wilshcombe, we were keenly aware that if you were speaking on the same platform that he was speaking on, that you had to be thoroughly prepared. Once again, he brought his wit, sometimes his humor, but certainly a historical perspective to the various issues that he addressed.
Pintard adds that Wilshcombe will certainly be missed, not only in Parliament, but across the country.
We have all of my colleagues have received calls from throughout the Bahamas and from persons abroad who, like us, were in disbelief when we learned about his passing. And so as a party, we wish to pause. We believe it is important for us to pay tribute to our colleague.
He also took the time to acknowledge Housing and Urban Development Minister Keith Bell, who lost his wife, Clara Taylor Bell, just yesterday.
And a number of us have also reached out to him, seeking to extend condolence to him and his family. And as we grieve for our colleagues, we also grieve with many Bahamian families who today, from different vocations, different walks of life, are traveling the same journey of grief. And that has a way of helping us to recognize what's important. And while the issues we debate in Parliament and address on behalf of the Bahamian people are extremely important and we'll continue to address them, we want to remember the families who have recently laid loved ones to rest. And we pray that God would provide healing in this most difficult time.
All right, so there you have it. That is the position of the official opposition with regard to the passing of O.B. Wilshcombe. Now, speaking of opposition, there's some controversy that has been swirling with regard to a very distasteful post that was made in social media with regard to Obi. And the reason why this one made more headlines than others is because the deputy leader of the Coalition of Independence decided to forward that distasteful post, and she herself forwarded it to a group she's in, a social media group she's in, and that drew a lot of criticism toward her and the COI, to the degree that the leader of the COI apologized on behalf of his party, and said that their leadership, their executive team, were looking into it. I just want to say this as it relates to that, and then I'm going to take a break. You know, there are no perfect human beings. At least I never come across none. We all have our good points and bad points. And at a time like this, whether you loved him, hated him, or in between, it is extremely distasteful. Somebody finally forwarded that text to me so that, because I hadn't seen it. And when I read it, I was like, oh my God, this is so vile. And the thing is, the person who wrote that was talking about God. And I'm saying to myself, wow, this person was clearly hurt by whatever went down between them and Obi. But how you can, in one hand, curse somebody, curse the dead, and then in the next hand talk about Yahweh. Which Yahweh you talking about? The God of love? Can't be. We really gotta be very, very mindful as Bahamians, the way we carry on. because there's no way on the one hand, I had people who wronged me in this life. And honestly, that's why the Bible says vengeance is mine, said the Lord, because, some people you really won't do them in based on what they do to you. But some people might be saying the same thing about you and what you do to them. The point is, the Bible itself talk about you can't get bitter water from a fresh water source. How you could be spewing out of your mouth on the one side all this hatred, and then on the next side you talk about Yahweh. And then even more distasteful for someone who aspires to lead this country, to forward it, and then have an attitude when people call out on it. It's sickening. And we all need to be careful because all us around here, walking around here with borrowed breath. You don't even know if you're going to be around to take the next breath. I know Obi didn't expect to go when he went. So all this venom you spewing, and you don't know if that could be the last breath that you breathe to spew that venom. You got to be careful as a people, We are all walking around on borrowed breath. You don't know if you can take the next one. I think if nothing else we should learn from Obi's death, it's that. Be careful, people. Especially those who are around here talking about Yahweh and God, and yet you got so much venom and hatred inside of you. The two can't mix. The two can't mix. We got to be careful. We have all fallen short. All of us. I do remember the story of the Bible when the woman was caught committing adultery and everybody come around with their rock ready to stone this woman. Mind you, they didn't say what happened to the man who was involved in the act, but anyhow, that's another story. But everybody ready to stone this woman. And Jesus said one thing, he who without sin cast the first stone. And every last one, the Bible says, from the oldest to the youngest, had to drop their rock and carry their hip. Careful, people, because you don't know when your last breath can be. And the last thing I personally want is for my last breath to be contaminated with hatred and venom towards anyone. Be careful. On that note, we're going to take this break. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors. Stay with us.
Global Paradigm Shift will return after this.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress, lack of exercise, and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system with the nutrients it needs to function effectively. But it's often hard to get these nutrients from food alone. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Longevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients to give your immune system extra support. Vitamin D helps balance the effects of zinc, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Longevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting sugar-free berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your longevity associate.
Welcome to Sunshine Auto, the hardest place on the planet for rims, paints, and tires.
We are your auto superstore for rims, Lexani, Azaras, Trueform, Western, Lux, Fuel, Tracklight, Tough, Rough Racing, Velocity, Mud, All-Terrain, and low-profile tires. Cars, homes, and commercial window tinting. At Sunshine Auto, we put God first and customer is king.
Blessed love.
It's gotten harder and harder to get your daily requirement of vital nutrients from food alone. Without additional vitamin and nutrient support, your health and well-being can suffer drastically. That's why Z-Radical was specifically formulated. It combines a blend of antioxidant-rich vitamins, minerals, and botanicals with the protective powers of fucoidan to help fill the gaps from lack of nutrients in your foods. The core of Z-Radical is fucoidan, a naturally occurring polysaccharide that helps stimulate immune reaction, protecting you against inflammation and oxidative stress. We harvest this powerful mineral-rich nutrient from brown seaweed, harvested only from the world's most pristine ocean waters to ensure the purest quality. It's then extracted using cold process technology to ensure maximum levels of bioavailability. Then we add essential vitamins that help to protect your cardiovascular and nervous systems and are crucial for optimal immune and neurological function. Z-Radical also includes a proprietary blend of delicious antioxidant-rich fruits and berries. This great-tasting combination helps your body combat free radical imbalances that can contribute to a variety of degenerative conditions like arthritis and heart disease. Z-Radical. Experience the power of fucoidan with antioxidant-rich berries, 8 essential vitamins, and more to provide you with potent health benefits. To learn more, contact your longevity associate.
Welcome back to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. Michelle Malcolm in your company on this TGIF open line show. The numbers to call are 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272. The WhatsApp line is 242-801-0271, 801-0271. We're streaming live on Facebook on the official Michelle Malcolm and Global 99.5 FM pages. Please like and share the show if you haven't already done so. Also streaming live on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are coming to you on channel 974 of Cable Bahamas, and you can download the Global 99.5 FM app to your smart device and check us out there. Huge welcome to all of you tuned in by way of radio here in New Providence, Grand Bahama, the family of islands, and everyone who is tuned in from around the country. All right, I wanna read 2 comments that have been posted on Facebook, and I think this is very indicative of the problem that we have in this country. Perline says the message was shared. Everyone shared it. The truth will come out. I hope Maria sues all of these people who are accusing her. It was a shared message. This is not the character of that lady. This is political. Everyone will see. The truth will come out. Yes, she shared it like everyone else. So everyone who shared it, their names should be out in the media. This is not right. Perline, how is it that you could say that it's not right for people to call her out for sharing such a vile post, particularly when she aspires to leadership of this country? But you're saying it ain't right that everybody is pointing her out? I come and you not call up. First and foremost, Perline, see, this is the problem we have in this country. When you so blinded by your politics that you can't even see right from wrong. If she did nothing wrong, why is it that the leader of her party had to make an apology? We know it wasn't her that originated the post, the text, the message. But the mere fact that she, as someone who aspires to lead this nation, didn't see the wisdom of not forwarding that message makes me question whether or not that's like saying, well, it's poison, but she ain't mixed the poison. She only fought it. So what's wrong with that? How have we as a nation lost our sense of decency? Like, who raised y'all, a pack of wolves? How have we gotten to the place in this country where we don't know right from wrong no more? Long as it's my party, is good to go. Stop it. Because I know your parents raised you better than that. I would hope. And this is a major part of the problem that we have in this country. I can justify wrong because it's my party. So no matter what they do, it's okay. We got to do better than this as a nation, man. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Good afternoon, Michelle Malcolm.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, all right.
I hope you're doing much better. I mean, all this week you've been grieving, Michelle. Last week you've been stressing out. You got it. I mean, it's a lot that you bearing a lot, man. You to be careful with that. I mean, like, the inevitable we look at and we don't even want to accept it. The reality is that all of us are going to die. And the bottom line is that then all of us, I mean, eventually, right? And what I see, the real problem is the after death, right? This sorrow thing, to immerse the whole society into sorrow, and all of us must feel the same way because all of us have different feelings, Michelle.
Absolutely.
All of us can't feel the same way about the person if they die.
Absolutely. I agree with you 1,000%. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
not everybody loved him. Not everybody cared for him.
So we must respect the fact that the feelings that persons have for these people, they must have had an encounter with them in some form or fashion where there's some grievance or whatever that never got resolved. And people,
I understand that.
And until death, people have hold things until death. You realize that? You realize until you die, people have a certain thing in their heart. And when you die, it's something lifted off them. Do you realize that, Michelle?
Yeah.
No matter who we are, be it the queen, the king, whoever you are, the king, be it the prime minister, whoever. No matter who died, always have something negative to say. Some people have love and joy to say.
Yeah,
some people
but here's the thing,
say.
though, caller. Here's the thing. No matter how you feel about somebody, right? Their family ain't do you nothing.
No.
Their children ain't do you nothing.
No.
His brother and sister ain't do you nothing.
Yeah, but resolve is the problem. Because two adults, they never come to terms as adults.
I understand that. I understand that. But you're missing the point. There are certain things that are only decent when you live in a civilized society. It's just plain decency. There's some things you do not do. And we as a society used to know what those things were. It seems we've lost that.
Yeah, but Michelle, I mean, the general public, I mean, population of people, and when you're looking at it, you can't never look for everyone to feel the same way. They're going to people are happy.
Did I not just agree with you on that point? Did I not just agree with you?
I beg your pardon?
Did I not just agree with you on that point?
You did, and it's still the same thing at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, everyone have a right to feel how they want to feel to get off whatever they have off their chest. Because some people for all their life, like people live, you see people live a certain way, and you say, boy, I would like to be like them. Oh, they're doing such good things in the country. But go dig deep in their family and find out who in their family they don't love or care for, who they would treat less than, but they would treat a stranger better than. Okay? And things like that, no matter how I don't care what you achieve, there are people in this country or basically around the world the same, right? And that happens. And then when a person dies, as a lower level of certain people,
I understand that.
So you can't kill them for that because you know what? We're not allowed to basically go and kill people. But you know what? When people do you wrong, right? In your mind, you're killing them in your head. You in your head, you're saying, babe, I can't wait for this one to just drop dead. So many people say it. Seriously. But they ain't open their mouth to say it.
Let me just say this. And this is a word to the wise. When you carry around, whether justified in your mind or not, so much hatred and venom for someone, whether they did something to deserve it or not, you walking around with all this hatred and venom towards that person, that is the same as drinking poison and then looking at the other person and expecting them to die.
Hey, Michelle?
You killing yourself.
Michelle?
When you carry around,
Michelle?
Let me finish my point.
Okay, finish your point, Michelle.
You kill yourself when you walk around with so much hatred and venom in your heart for somebody else. Listen, forgiveness isn't about excusing what the person did to you, you know. Forgiveness is about freeing you from that person and that act.
We had a conversation before, Michelle.
Because as long as you carry that around in your heart, you are hurting yourself. But that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make is there are certain things that are only considered to be decent. I ain't saying you gotta love the person. I ain't saying you gotta throw party or whatever. I'm just saying that out of common decency, there are certain things you do not do.
Yeah.
And for the person on Facebook who talking about I spreading the gossip, I don't know what gossip I spreading because I'm simply pointing out something.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle, and the same token, what you're saying, like the person who have been, like, to say, hurt or whatever, right? And they carry around this load of this person who hurt them, right? But understand what's going on, you know. There's a consciousness, the person who has been agreed to by another person, right? Mm-hmm. You know what? If you don't keep that in your head and be conscious that will happen, that will happen again and again and over and over and over. You can't because guess what? People don't change.
I didn't say that you must excuse what the person has done. You didn't hear me say that?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you excuse what they did and act like it never happened. I'm not saying that. You would be the fool. But you don't carry around that hatred and that venom in your heart because you're hurting yourself.
But Michelle, why are you saying that? The persons who hurt people, they are haters and they are hurters, right? They do it, right? But persons who have been hurt, right? They can't keep in their head that person hurt them. They ain't harming them because it's against the law. But when these people die, you telling me there ain't no time for that person who's been hurt by that person to rejoice? That's the time for them to rejoice.
Tell you what.
Because the law don't work any time for the people.
Tell you what. Keep carrying that hatred in your heart. And when I say you, I don't mean you personally. I don't mean you personally. I'm speaking generally.
Yeah,
let me finish this point. Keep carrying that hatred around in your heart. And then a couple of months or years later, when you come down with some kind of cancer because your body was not designed to carry out hatred and venom in your heart.
Michelle.
And your body will literally react
to
the hatred and venom that you are carrying that it was not designed to carry.
The cancer thing be getting, if you're talking about, man, talk about with your heart, what they put in your belly, Michelle, man.
Okay, then.
What they give us to breathe in.
Keep carrying it. Keep carrying it.
No, honestly. We got see what it is I'm saying? As human beings, right? It's a consciousness about everything. After rounders and all, okay? And for things that happen to us, let me tell you something. Me, personally, when people do wrong to me, I keep that in me. I'll never forget that. You know why, Michelle? The minute you forget, the same thing happens again. And you know what? The next time, it wouldn't be so forgiven, okay? You must be conscious. Like the girl who got raped at a young age, right? And she's carrying around for her life. It's okay. Why? Because she's a female. Let's keep it real, man. All of us have feelings. no matter who it may be. You know, all of us are feelings, and we have a right to feel how we want to feel, but we don't have a right to act it out.
You
okay?
can feel it, you won't feel. Keep feeling it.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Keep
we have to
feeling
be
it.
like that.
My
We have to be
point
like
is,
that.
though, that you're hurting yourself
No,
more than
you're
you're
not
hurting
hurting
that other
yourself.
person.
Yeah, hurting
Because
yourself.
guess what? Guess what? That other person living their life.
Yeah, they live in their life, and when they die, we rejoice. That's it.
Well,
Life.
rejoice,
Yeah,
man.
I'm in
Keep
them.
carrying it. Keep carrying it.
Miss Michelle, want me to say something?
But I'll tell
All
you this.
What?
We have another call on the line.
See,
I'll
every
tell
time
you
we talk,
this.
every time we got to go conversation, you jump
When you
off the
are
line.
carrying that kind of venom and hatred around and
Michelle,
you
there ain't no
don't
venom.
resolve
The
that,
venom, the venom,
and the person dies,
Mr. Michelle, the venom
you
is Michelle.
you carry that with you for the rest of your life
Michelle,
with no
listen here.
opportunity to resolve that.
Michelle, if it's that toxic, right? If it's that venomous, right? The one would act.
Turn it up
Okay.
so I can hear him, please.
You can't. You don't have a right to keep things in your head. Come on, Michelle, man. You don't forget your past.
Carry it then. Carry it. I
Whatever.
will let you go. I have another caller. Caller,
Michelle,
welcome to GPS. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Hi, Michelle. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
All right, here. You got the test because some people, they have lost their morality. This is why we have all the murders out there, hatred. People are not, a lot of them have not been in church. They got grown up in church. I mean, you know, as young children, we grew up in Sunday school. And even if people get older and not Christians, they have a level of soul and morality that they would never do something. How could anybody justify that post that she forwarded? And then she agreed with it. It makes it worse. And justified it by saying everybody has the right to freedom of expression and all this kind of thing. It was very insensitive. And these are the same people that going into Western Bahama to try to contest their seat, they will never win that seat. But they're never going to speak in government. They're on the wrong beaten path. That guy that's running off the street, he's totally off balance, mentally, off balance. That's the problem today, the mentality of it. I just had to call and say that because I listen to you. I don't always call it. But that's kind of sickening what's going on. Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. People still missing the point. I got people on Facebook talking about, yeah, but she ain't write it, she only forwarded. She ain't write it, she only forwarded. She ain't write it, she only forwarded. Okay, then. My God. How have we gotten to this place in our nation when we don't have a sense of decency anymore? Just because somebody writes something, don't mean you gotta forward it. Especially you aspire to lead this nation. One of the things that bothers me that we do in this country, and again, this just shows our loss of civility. Somebody gets murdered or shot or a bad car accident or whatever. And people busy taking picture and recording, and they spreading that, sending that all over the place like this, like it's some movie they cut, and they will be the first to share this. And I'm thinking, do you not realize that this person has family? Sometimes I don't even know the person. They just sharing it. It was a situation where some years ago, some man was shot, pretty much was shot in the head with a shotgun. So you know what kind of scene that would be. And somebody reaches out to me, oh, I want to send this video to you. I say, excuse me? What make you think I want to see that today? First and foremost, you don't have no decency to know you shouldn't be forwarding that kind of thing. And he was shocked that I tell him I didn't want to see it. But this shows you the level of depravity we've come to. Where you don't even know right from wrong no more. And you can justify this, but she ain't write it. She only forward it. Y'all got to do better than this, man. How have we come to this place in this nation? And quite frankly, this ain't got nothing to do with Obi. I'm speaking in general terms now. Because we see it all the time. Where you got to be the first one to put something out. Not taking into consideration these people are family members who most likely to see that gory scene where their loved one with their head blown off, but you sharing the video. What is wrong with y'all? How y'all can't see nothing wrong with that? We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
It's just, the example, if someone send you a picture of a naked person that they have issues with that took their husband or whatever, you didn't originate the photo, right?
But you're selling it.
But are you gonna? So when you send that, and then all hell breaks loose, and the police come and knocks on your door, put you in handcuffs, charge you with distributing pornographic images. Then you're gonna cry and say it didn't start. Someone sent that to me. You understand? You see, you can't justify foolishness, especially being an educated woman.
And we still got people on Facebook now trying to justify this.
And then you're gonna have people come and try and defend this person, knowing what they did. This person, the former minister, is now gone. He's deceased. He left family. He left persons who he represented. Persons who, like you say, some people you love, you hate, but people who love them. You understand? And when you're going to talk about you want to enter being a part of a political party, you are an attorney, or you are the champion for the Bahamian people. But here you're going to share something that someone sent to you that because someone called me and told me that they're going to, I said, don't send, I don't want to see it. Because the person who called me and told me about it, they were so upset. They were so, and this person is open-minded, and they, whatever, right? But for them to be in the state that they were saying when they saw it, I said, don't send me I don't want people sending me foolishness on my phone. I don't like it, right? So what I'm saying is you have to think, they have to think, so how could you go to the people? And now people are like you said, you see on the chat, she is, in other words, people are trying to make her a martyr. People are trying to turn her into a victim. She knows better. She knew better. She knows better. She can know better tomorrow and the day after and after and after and after. So how many people trying to justify what she did? What she did. They out of order. Ain't no way to see. You can't. At the end of the day, the same way people they like to come and call out everybody else. When your leader comes and distances himself.
That should tell you
from
something.
A situation.
That should tell you something.
That he's taking the lead. Follow your leader. That's all I want to say, Michelle.
Thanks for calling. That act by Lincoln should tell you all something. Come on, man. And I have people on Facebook talking about what about the people that he hurt and all of. So by sharing that post, that makes them feel better. That solves the problem that they have. How are you trying to justify this? Who raised y'all? I dare say a pack of wolves have a better sense of decency than some of y'all. We have a call on the line. Call back on the GPS.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
All right, Emma.
Good news, it's only going to get worse. I mean, better. Well, depending how you look at it. You see, decorum and protocol, as you said, there's certain things you do. And I don't want to talk to any one case in particular because all of my F&M acquaintances say, how dare you? How could you go on Obie Wilsham's show? It's a new day. I said, because it's not about a party. It was about who is speaking and saying the right thing.
Right.
And so now I'm branded as a PLP.
So, we petty in this town.
And then I said, Dog don't bark at parked car. Ooh, you're the COI. I say, let me tell you what y'all doing. Y'all following anything that I say instead of researching for yourself and finding out what's really going on in the country. It's like a frog. You put him in the pot and boil him slowly. But you can't throw him into boiling water.
Mm.
And they're very good at doing that. And what is sad is no later than this morning, I went into these WhatsApp groups. And, most of the WhatsApp groups just like to delete you if you can think. Because whether they are this party or that party, they delete anybody that comes with a sensible question that doesn't want to cuss and row and carry on and calmly ask the question, how is it after 50 years I don't have a new hospital in the capital? I don't have one for 50,000 indigenous people of Grand Bahama and Bimini. I don't have a new hospital in Freeport. I have a water pump for my people instead of putting water in their house.
Mm-hmm.
I discriminate against my people with foreign exchange control that I would never do to a Swiss banker. See, I could go down the list. But I asked the one question this morning, and it was an F&M group. And I said, how come after 50 years, 19 with your party, we don't have a hospital? Oh, you know what, the PLP? I said, no. I'll talk about the PLP tomorrow. Today is your day. You know what they told me, Michelle? They told me I must go sleep with a cat. And I put in that nice. So I then came back again and said, well, I don't want to do that to your cat, but how come you didn't answer my question? See, if you say you care about the grassroots and the poor and middle class, why in 1983 were we the richest country in the hemisphere and now we're number 3? You're letting the outside forces kill our middle class and make the majority of the people poor. Real calm, collective questions. They'll never be answered. They'll distract you and say, what about the other party? And when that doesn't work, they'll call you all kind of names and tell you sleep with animals. But they can't answer and defend the position of their group. Now, I don't know why that happened or didn't happen with the lady. It's very simple. Sometimes I myself, not anything graphic or that could slander or libel, have shared something, and then I say, I really need to go delete that because that doesn't make any sense to share it.
Right.
But there is intent and malice behind a lot of people doing things, and I don't think that was behind this. But still, whether you like them, Mr. Wilshcombe, or not, he's still a Bahamian. He still made it into a political party and to the position he held. I think it was like almost 20 years, on and off for West End Bimini.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So obviously he did something that somebody liked. So you should at least respect people. And that's what we can't do. We're being drug up, not brought up. We're not having proper education at home in a family cell. We're not focusing on that. First thing we should do, because how did America take down the black race in the U.S.? Easy. Destroy the family cell. Remove daddy. You know that, right, Michelle?
Mm.
And so we need to focus on our family cell. That's why the Out Island's still holding on a little piece, because there's still some remnants of family cells where dad teaches you some things and mom teaches some things. And they should have taught people not to talk bad about dead people. Oh, and the last caller, one before, said he ain't gonna forgive. Remember what you said? It can manifest in many forms of sickness in your body.
I'm telling you, our bodies were not designed to carry that much hatred around.
Yes. And so, Pisces, we don't even look at the past. We just move on. But the thing is, that caller, I want to tell him, listen, what you need to do is if you have anger with somebody, you have to let it go. Whether you talk to the person or you never talk to them
and
again.
You ain't letting it go for them.
No,
you letting it go for your sake.
100%.
Not because they deserve your forgiveness, but because you deserve to be free.
Exactly.
And as long as you carry that much hatred around inside you are imprisoned.
It's eating you up. You ever heard that saying?
It's eating you up on the inside.
But what they don't understand is that saying it's eating you up means it's literally eating up your red blood cells. It's eating up your body physically. But they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out one day, Michelle. And I can't. It's like the gentleman bless his heart, who told me go sleep with his cat, sleep with a cat. I said, you know what? I ain't got no malice. You keep your cat safe. I go, Michelle, this is a joke, but you know what? Food's going up, gas is going up, light bill is going up, the misery index is going up, and the poor becoming stupid poor now. And I reject that. I rudely reject that someone in a foreign country is going to tell our people we got to be poor while they come here and make $10 billion a year and brag about it, and we give them a whole beach with a lighthouse? Are we on drugs?
And yeah, we got another caller, Graham.
Later. Take care.
Thanks for calling. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
I was driving out by Sandless and saw this man was laughing. And I asked him, why are you laughing? He said he listened to your show and he understands exactly what you're trying to say and what you were saying. He says people don't understand what you're saying. He don't know who they is. I just called to let you know that. And, you know, the Bible also say, do not be a partaker of other man's sin. In other words, if you trying to aspire to be a leader, you know. Now, maybe what the person tell you, maybe it could have been true, but you know it will be wrong for me to do this as a leader. You are still is going to take that and send this out. You are just responsible also. That's all. If somebody gave you the poison to give to somebody, you know this is poison. Are you still going to do it? Come on, man. You can't make these stories up.
Thanks to God, all these people on Facebook and this one particular person on Facebook who trying to get down on me for saying what I'm saying, go take it up with Lincoln Bain. Because Lincoln Bain did a whole life to say, we apologize for this. There's a reason he did that. I don't know how we get to this place. How we get to this place as a nation. You ain't gotta like the man. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. And there's a lot of people who may do you wrong, and if it was up to you, yeah, they'd be pushing up daisies. But how much people you done do wrong? And the Lord still had mercy on you and allow you to be walking around here breathing his air. We have all done wrong in some form or another. There's certain things you just do not do as a decent human being. And ain't no amount of politics can be able to justify it. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Good afternoon, Miss Malcolm. How
Hi.
are you today?
Hi, right here. How are you?
Wonderful. All we can say is God is good. And he sits on that throne high and lifted up. Miss Malcolm, this world needs a revival. A revival in this world. Condolence go to Mr. Wiltshire. I don't know him. I've never met him. But he is a gentleman. I like the way he speaks. He really could have been the next prime minister. He is good in all that he do. And condolence to him, his family, and wishes to all of those out there who, had connection with him. Condolence to them. And Mr. Malcolm, you continue keeping up your good work. That man needs Jesus who call. He needs Jesus.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling. People, I'm telling you, whether it's a big offense or a small one, forgiveness is not for the person you've forgiven. It ain't for them. It's for you. Forgiveness was designed for you. Let's say, I'm trying to keep it general, but since this whole thing with Obi started this conversation, let's say Obi is guilty of the things that person accused him of in the text. Let's say he was guilty of it. While that person was walking around with all that venom and hatred for him trapped inside of them, guess what? Obi was living his life. He may not even have been aware that that person hated him to the degree that they hated him. I mean, maybe he was. But he was living his life. Meanwhile, you walking around with all this venom and hatred inside you, what literally eating you from the inside out, while he living his life. Somebody asking, do I know who wrote it? We don't know who wrote it, and that's not the point. Forgiveness is not for the person who did you wrong. Forgiveness is for you, to set you free. Because as long as you hold that hatred in your heart, that person still have control over you. They still manipulating and harming you. And in some cases, they don't even know that you got, and in some cases, they know and just don't care. Meanwhile, you walking around with all this poison inside of you. You drinking all this poison every day. You taking another sip of this poison, and then you watching them to see when the poison will affect them. We got to learn to let things go and let people go and let God deal with them. That's why the Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. But it's neither here or there. The person was obviously hurt. They felt that he did them wrong. They felt maybe relief to write it. Fine. That's how they chose to deal with it. But we ain't talking about the person who wrote it today. We talking about people who forward that. That's what we talking about. So don't confuse the two. Because if whoever wrote it felt that they needed to get that off of their chest to make them feel better, that's what they decided to do. But who decided to forward the message? That's what we're talking about here today. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about decency. Oh my God. Take it up with Lincoln. Go take it up with him. Those of you who trying to justify, ask him why he thought it was necessary to apologize if nothing was wrong. Ask him that. We got to stop living like a pack of animals in this country who don't know right from wrong. And like I say, even they have their own code of ethics that we seem to have lost in this country. We got to stop. Stop trying to be the first one to share these stupid videos with these children fighting in the road. Stop trying to be the first one to share these gory videos of people shot up and dead in the street. Stop. Because that's a reflection of you. Who raised y'all? Let's go to a break. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors. Stay with us.
Global Paradigm Shift will return after the...
At Lee Air, safety is our #1 priority. Flying since 1996, we offer scheduled flights into Fresh Creek and Mangrove Key Andros and Great Harbor Key, Berry Island, twice daily, 7 days a week. Affordable charter services are also available to anywhere in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Lee Air Charter Services. Call 225-3267, 702-7127, or 322-1317 for reservations.
Understanding your microbiome, also known as your gut ecosystem, can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Keeping your gut ecosystem healthy and balanced is essential. Ultimate Microbiome by Longevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria that can help prevent harmful bacteria from taking over your gut. Increasing your gut's population of beneficial bacteria creates a more balanced gut microbiome, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, skin health, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. Ultimate Microbiome also promotes the production of postbiotics. Postbiotics are key to help regulate your gastrointestinal health. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Plus, we've added our proprietary I-26 hyperimmune egg powder to aid in the elimination of disease-causing gut bacteria and help your body balance its immune response. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
For all your building needs, it's Carib Construction and Project Management on Gladstone Road. We build it all: schools, homes, hotels, and more, including structures requiring a Phase 3 electrical contractor. We also provide project management services. The first step towards your dream building begins at Carib Construction and Project Management. Call us at 376-1556 or 341-4466.
One of the things I love about the mailboat is their relationship with Bahamas Air. I can earn travel points on my international freight and redeem them when I fly.
For me, online shopping is easy with mailboat to U.S. addresses and regular freight delivery to Nassau. Plus, I can always prepay customs and freight, and they always notify me when my package arrives.
Yeah, a lot of people think the mailboat is just for shipping, but they also offer a safe and secure storage facility at affordable rates, all in a central, convenient location.
We also offer passenger service into Freeport multiple times per week with a seating capacity of over 450 persons. With family movies on large screens, one hot meal included, and on-board lounge for snacks and soft drinks. We're the mailboat. We're bridging people, products, and places.
Executive Printers is your one-stop shop for all your branding and customization needs. Letterheads, envelopes, business cards, invoices, share and gift certificates, rubber stamps, vouchers, funeral programs, brochures, flyers, banners, and promotional items like mugs, water bottles, mouse pads, and key rings, all with personable service and great quality. No project is too small or too large. For great turnaround and competitive pricing, make an executive decision. Call us at 393-5011.
Welcome back to GPS, Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. Michelle Malcolm here on this TGIF open line show. The telephone numbers to call are 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, or the WhatsApp line for messages and calls is 242-801-0271, 242-801-0271. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Mr. Malcolm, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Please, don't let them people try to play with your little mind and your little heart and soul, please. Take it light. Let me tell you something. Did the person who wrote that thing, did they put their name on it?
I don't think so.
Number one, coward. My name is Julian Ferguson. Mr. Obi Wilscombe went into social service. When I said, Lord, why they put Obi Wilscombe into social service instead of tourism? But let me tell you how that worked for me. I had to go and do an eye surgery. And I can say this over the national radio. The woman at social service said, well, we only could give you $5,000. I said, no problem, but let me see the minister. I went in to see Mr. Wilscombe. Mr. Wiscombe said, Julian, for the work that you have done for this party and this government, I will pay for the surgery. I'll pay the full surgery. I don't care whatever they have to do, let them come to me. 2 weeks later, I got a call from the place in Harbor Bay, saying, let's go to the anesthesia people to set up my appointment. That's the type of man Obi Wiscombe was. Obi Wiscombe, don't forget what you did or what you do. The good or the bad, maybe. I never hear him talk no bad with nobody. But I know the good that you do. If you leave it to Mr. Obi Wiscombe, he'll reward everybody in this country. Trust me. Then he did that for me, brought tears to my eyes. To know that he remembered the little things that I did. After cleaning up the park, after the rallies, maybe putting the chairs away, he remembered those things. That's the type of man Obi Wiscombe was. And to top it all off it, then the person who took me in, because I have sight problems, the person who took me to see Mr. Wiscombe, when we was leaving, he said, yeah, Jew, yeah, bro, get someone, one love. That was his talk, one love. And that's what he believed in. So that person, tell him come on in person and call in here, man. Okay, man?
All right, thank you for
calling. Tell
calling.
him call in here, come on in person. Call your name, don't be a coward, don't hide behind at least call the show so we can at least see if we can catch your voice.
No, that ain't necessary.
Man, come on, man.
No.
You know my question is to that person. Did he went to Mr. Wiscombe and tell Mr. Wiscombe he heard it? I sure Mr. Wiscombe would have apologized. Big time too. That's the thing we got to wonder now. Did he ever go to Mr. Wiscombe and say, Mr. Wiscombe, I didn't like what you did, or I didn't like what you said, or something like that? Did he ever? I mean, come on, man. If you hurt me, how do you know you hurt me if I don't come and tell you? You can wait till I dare to talk foolish. Ms. Malcolm, you have a good day, Mom, and God bless you.
Thanks for calling. You know, many people missing the point of what I'm trying to say. And I ain't got no foot on that. I said what I said. So, you know, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You know, because some of y'all talking about this an opportunity to attack COI, yet Lincoln apologized. And if anybody know Lincoln Bain, if he didn't see reason to apologize, he was coming back with just as strong an attack as those who y'all claiming of attacking COI. Stop. Anyway, I finished with that. Because some people ain't gonna never be convinced other than what they see or don't see. So I finished with that. I didn't say what I got to say on that. Just know that there's certain things you just don't do. No matter how you feel about somebody, certain things you just don't do. You know? And we have lost our way as a society. And again, this is bigger than Obi Wiscombe. This goes even deeper than that. As I would have mentioned, other things that we seem to do in this country now that are so careless and thoughtless and just like a pack of animals. Y'all ain't hear none of that what I say. Y'all ain't hear none of what I say about people shooting murder victims, shooting video of murder victims or photos of murder victims and spreading it around. Y'all ain't hear none of that. Anyway, I finished with that. For those of you who are perhaps too young to know, I remember a Bahamas that I grew up in that was far more civil than the one in which we live now. It existed, believe it or not. We knew what it was to be decent. We knew this. And I ain't saying that we all were perfect people, because ain't nobody perfect on this earth. But we have lost our sense of decency in this country to the degree that we will justify wrong vehemently I finished with that. Speaking of decency, the governing party has decided that they say it would be inappropriate to talk about who will be put forward to run in the next what expected to be a by-election. Here's what they had to say on that.
Days after cabinet minister and sitting member of parliament Obie Wilchcombe died, Progressive Liberal Party officials have remained mum on who could represent the party in a forthcoming by-election. This as PLP chairman Fred Mitchell releasing a statement today arguing that it is inappropriate for the party to accept requests for candidacy before a funeral or any formal process in parliamentary law has begun. His comments come as the Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Bain asserted that his party will run in the election, while there's also been speculation of a number of public and civil servants who could be put forth to run in that seat, while the opposition Free National Movement also tight-lipped on who they anticipate will run. It's a story we are continuing to follow.
All right, so the memorial service for Minister Wilchcombe, the funeral service is supposed to be, I believe, I'm hearing the 13th thrown around as the date. I expect that, once we get through that period, then, we'll start to see the real race begin as to who will contest for a by-election. Boy, some of y'all really special on this Facebook feed now. I can read one. Ken says, that's Lincoln business if he apologized. Thousands of Bahamians agree that Maria is being used as a political pawn to attack the COI. So if she didn't forward the post, how people was going to attack her or the COI? You don't give people ammunition to shoot at you and then get vexed when they shoot. There's no justifying wrong. I can't make myself to be a victim. If I put myself in a position to be the victim, I can't turn around and say, oh, you're victimizing me. When I put myself in a position to be the victim, I can't even use victim as the word. If she didn't forward the message, then nobody would have been talking about this today. How you gonna turn this around and make her the victim? Y'all never cease to amaze me in the logic y'all has come up with. Let me tell you what victim would have looked like in a scenario like this. If somebody had stolen her phone and sent a message pretending to be her, and then all this hullabaloo, and she got up and she said, but I didn't even send a message. Somebody stole my phone. And that's a victim. But if you knowingly forward the message, and then when people call you out on it, you say, who you think you're talking to? You can't tell me what to forward. How you get to be the victim? Y'all special, you know. Boy, I tell you, I want to know, the formula. Because it's a formula. It's a formula. I want to know what that formula is with all the political parties is used. Would they put in a Kool-Aid? Would they give their supporters to drink? All. PLP, FNM, COI, all. Somebody please tell me what that formula is. Because y'all has allowed y'all political affiliations to cause y'all to become something other than, like, what they do to y'all? What they put in that Kool-Aid? It never ceases to amaze me. It's 4 o'clock. I gotta go. I know. But it's something what these politicians is putting the Kool-Aid with some people is drink that I am convinced does attack their brain cells to the point where they can't think beyond them body colors. Somebody please tell me what that Kool-Aid. I want to know what that formula is. Because maybe we could use that formula and turn it into good. Maybe we could do that. Anyhow, I gone. I really didn't intend to spend all this time talking about this today. I had put all kind of clips to talk about. But y'all always help me guide the show. And that's the direction it took today. I gone. But I just want us to be encouraged. When I said earlier about we used to live in a civil society, Miko say when that was. Clearly you too young to know. But the Bahamas was once a civil place. And maybe y'all young people just ain't never see it, so y'all ain't know it. But I'm telling you it existed. And my prayer for this nation is that we get back to that place of civility and decency in this country. My God. I go on. Y'all have a good weekend, eh?
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the